My name is Melissa. The sun is kind of bright right on me. Maybe I'll scoot a little forward. There we go. My name is Melissa. I'm Health Aware's registered dietitian and personal trainer. Welcome to another one of our online strength training classes. Oh, my legs are gonna go numb. It's another warm day here in Ventura. And the air quality is not super great because of the wildfires around us. So listen to your body, take drink breaks, go at your own pace when needed. Take care of yourself while we're trying to do something good for ourselves, okay? For today's class, you will need 2 handheld weights. I'm using 7-pound dumbbells. You will also need an exercise mat. We'll do the warm-up at the beginning standing like usual, and we'll do one section of then our strength training standing, and we'll transition to the floor and do the second half on the floor. So we won't be getting up and down, start standing, finish on the floor. And then we'll do our stretches on the mat as well. Get your water nearby. I have mine right here. And I'm gonna start the music and my fan. And then we're ready to get started. I'm wearing shorts today because it's just warm, okay? Yeah, it is just warm. So take your time, okay? We're trying to do something good for our bodies, but not pass out or anything like that, of course. All right. Oh, and of course, please feel free to type in any questions or comments in the comment section while we're exercising. I should be able to see those as they pop up. I'm happy to talk, answer anything that might come up. So, let's get going, turning on my fan. All right, we're starting with a march. I'm gonna actually just move my mat out of the way for now. So we're warming up our bodies now. Just kind of trying to wake up a little bit, get the blood flowing through our muscles. We're going to be using our muscles today, of course. Taking some deep breaths. Keep going. I'm turning up the music just because you don't want to listen to me talk the whole time, I'm sure. Now let's curl the hamstrings. So pick up that leg behind the body, kind of waking up those legs a little more, swing the arms. Try to hit that heel onto your bottom. Now reach overhead. Big reach. Big reach. Ooh, you can't see my hand. There we go. You know my hand's still attached to my arm though, it's okay. Reach up. Waking up the arms, the shoulders, the torso. Big reach. Big reach. Let's go back to the marches. Now I'm doing stuff on the beat right now. I don't know if the audio and my movements are coordinated through this video, but you can do that if you want. You don't have to march on the beat. It doesn't matter. This is your workout. I'm just facilitating. Let's curl those hamstrings. Pull the leg up and up. Keep going, warming everything up, even though it is pretty warm already. I've got every window in my house covered with something. All right, big reaches overhead. Not all of our windows have curtains on them. I haven't put curtains on every window here. So I've got some old poster boards on some windows, curtains on others, and a giant sheet nailed into the wall. But not here, not where you can see. Let's march. But I'm sure we all kind of have some sort of window contraptions right now just to keep the sun out, huh? Are we feeling more awake? I'm feeling a little better now. Let's curl our hamstrings, pick up those feet, Move those arms. Core is already tight. Legs warming up, arms warming up. Let's do one last round of our stretches overhead. Big reach, nice fluid motions. Opening up those ribs. Babe. Couple more. All right, let's go to our marches one last time. And I'm going to talk us through our strength training. So as I said, we're starting standing. We've got 4 exercises. We're going to go through those 3 times. We'll see how we're doing on time. And then we'll descend to the floor and do those exercises, 4 of them, 3 times. Okay? Have your weights nearby. We don't need them just yet, but we'll need them soon. All right, let's get ready for our first move, shall we? We're starting with our legs. Our large body group, muscle group, I guess. We're gonna warm that one up. So we're doing a squat. Feet are about shoulder distance, hip distance apart. Show you from this side. When we lower down, as you know, knees stay behind the toes. So none of this. Push that bottom back like you're sitting into a chair. Keep that core tight. We lower down and back up. Every time you stand up, squeeze the bottom, squeeze the core. Squeeze those glutes. I'll show you from the side. Sitting low, squeeze it up. Sitting low, squeeze it up. Think like you're sitting in a chair, and then you change your mind. Sit in the chair, change your mind. Let's do 2 more. Good. Grab your weights and some water. I'm already thirsty. 2 handheld weights. All right, whatever you have, whether it's jars of pasta sauce or dumbbells, whatever. We're doing a row, so we're hinging forward from the hips slightly. Arms are going straight out and down, and elbows are straight, palms are facing up, okay? Palms facing up, and we're going to pull the elbows back and lower. Pull the elbows back. Think like you're pinching your shoulder blades together. This move is for our back and our arms. Think like there's an ice cube in between your back. Wouldn't that be nice right now? Pinch that ice cube. Pinch the ice cube. Keep that core tight. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good. Keep those weights in your hands. We're moving back to a leg move. So this is a deadlift. I think we've done this one once before. Feet again about hip to shoulder distance apart. Palms are going to be facing you this time. Very slight bend in the knees, just a slight bend. And we're leaning forward while keeping our spine straight. We're hinging forward from the hips again, not the waist, okay? From the hips, spine stays straight. We lower down and then pull back up. The core must stay tight. Lower down only to 90 degrees, okay? Not really any lower than that. If you can't get that far, that's totally fine too. We're working the backs of our legs. That's where you should feel this movement. In your hamstrings, in your glutes. That's where we feel this one. The arms are just kind of along for the ride. Just let them go straight down to the floor. Remember, a gentle bend in those knees. Don't bend the knees while you're doing this move. Don't bend them any more than you already are right now. Let's do 1 more after this. Last one. Squeeze it up, squeeze it up. Good. Set those weights down. This is our 4th movement while standing. So when we finish this one, we'll then repeat our 4 exercises again. Working our core more. Arms go overhead. We go back up a little. Arms overhead. Think like you're doing a bicycle crunch on the floor. So elbow and knee come across to meet each other. Here we go. Across, then open. Across, then open. Lots of control here. Lots of balance. Were you ready for balance yet this morning? Keep breathing. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Really thinking about those abdominal muscles. We contract and release. Contract and release. Pull that elbow down and across. It's okay if your knee and your elbow don't touch. I don't think mine are even touching. It's more of think about touching them. Good. Let's do one more on each side. Last one. Good. Shake your arms out. Grab some water. Do you have a fan nearby you blowing nice cool air on you? I'm going to stand right here the entire class. That's where the fan is for me. All right. We're going back to our squat. Feet hip to shoulder distance apart. Woo. Itchy nose. Core is tight. Sit down into that chair, that imaginary chair. Lower down and back up. Make sure those knees stay in line with the toes. Okay, don't let the knees come in, so none of that. Knees and toes moving along the same line. Knees again staying behind the toes. Push the bottom back, stand on up. Push the bottom back, stand up. Is your core still tight? Of course, trick question. It always is tight. Let's do two more. Are you squeezing? Last one. Good. Grab your two handheld weights. I'm going to go through all my water. I'm going to run out of water, I think, before we're done. All right, two handheld weights. Be careful picking those up, by the way. Palms forward. Feet in our usual hip to shoulder distance position. Hinging forward at the hips. Arms down in front and pull back. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Squeeze. The elbows are staying close to the body. Good, keep going. Pull back. Squeeze back. And don't forget to breathe. Let's do two more. Last one. Good. Keep those weights in your hands. Reset the feet. Get the right position here. All right, we're doing our deadlift. So remember, tight core, hinging from the hips. The spine must stay straight. I'll show you from the side. The spine must stay straight, okay? From the hips up, all moving as one, all right? Let's lower down and pull back up. Just a gentle bend in those knees. You don't want to lock out your knees, okay? A slight bend will do it. Abs are tight. Are you squeezing your bottom? I don't know what you can see in the video. I'm kind of small, but squeeze it. Keep going. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze them. You should feel this all on the back side of those legs. Let's do two more. Arms are just along for the ride. Good. Set down those weights. We're moving back to that standing ab bike crunch. Arms overhead to start. Feet about hip shoulder distance apart. And let's crunch across the body. Pull and reset. Crunch and reset. How's your balance now? Is it better or worse? Good, keep breathing. I stepped out of the line of my fan. I gotta step forward. Oh, there we go. It's a very, very small fan. I don't know if you can see it in the video. You might be able to. I put the big fan in the kitchen for the cats. They are so spoiled. They probably don't even care. Keep going. Last one. Good. Grab some water. The cats are so busy watching birds. They don't care if they have a fan or not. All right, back to our squat, starting over from the beginning. Feet about hip shoulder distance apart, core tight, knees forward. Let's do it. Lower down, stand back up. Does it help you to imagine a chair behind you that you're gonna sit down into, and then you change your mind? This movement also comes in handy when you're in public restrooms, working on those squat muscles and you don't want to touch anything. Is that just me? Yeah? Well, now you'll be ready for any public bathroom. Keep going. Couple more. Keep squeezing. Let's do one more. All right, good. Grab those handheld weights. Are you imagining a public restroom now? All right, get those feet set. Palms forward, hinging from the hips. Keep those core muscles tight, right? And let's pull back. Pinch the shoulder blades. Elbows going straight back. Try not to clench your jaw on this move either, by the way. Keep going. Keep breathing. You know what makes this move easier? Smiling. It makes it more effective and easier to do. Keep going. Let's do one more. Good. Hang on to those weights. Keep your feet right where they are. Just a soft bend in those knees. We're doing our deadlift. Hinging from the hips. Spine straight, core tight. Here we go. Down and up. Squeeze those glute muscles. Squeeze right there. Squeeze right there. Keep going. I'll show you from the side again. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Only leaning down to 90 degrees or less. Keep that head in line with the spine. Let's do one more. Good, set those weights down. And let's do our standing ab bites. Arms overhead. I gotta be my fan, there we go. Crunch across, let's do it. Crunch and open. Crunch and open. Really concentrate on your core muscles, on your abdominal muscles. It's easy to do these kind of movements and just kind of use your arms and your legs. We really want to focus our attention and energy on the ab muscles. That's what we really want to work here. Woo! Wouldn't that be embarrassing if I fell over? Hey, TJ. Keep going. Crunch nice and slow. Let's do one more on each side. Good. Shake out your arms. Grab some water. And also, grab your mat. That was 3 rounds of our standing section. We're now going to move on to the floor section. You will need your weights, so have them nearby, both of them. All right, gently help yourself down to the mat. Now, we're going to need one handheld weight for this first movement. We're going to start with a Russian twist. So, sitting tall, core is engaged. We lean back slightly. Feet stay close together, knees stay close together. Don't let your knees open wide, okay? Weight in your hands. I'm holding my weight sideways. And we're rotating side to side. Very slowly, controlled. If this is too difficult with the weight, put your weight down. Just clasp your hands and rotate side to side. You'll still be able to engage those core muscles. Keep going. I'm going to show you from the front. Feet stay close together. Make sure you're leaning back just slightly to engage those core muscles. Can you feel them burning yet? Let's do one more each way. Good. Set that weight down. I have my weights one on either side of my mat because that's how we'll need them later. But for now, take it on over to your side. We're going to work our legs all the way down. I'm resting my head in my hands. Bottom leg is bent, all right? Kind of like a kickstand. Top leg, foot is flexed. We're going to lift up, pause for a moment, and lower. Lift up and lower. So we're working our adductor muscles. Lift them up. So these are the outside thigh muscles. If this is too easy, put a weight on top of that thigh. Add a little resistance. Did that change it for you? Oh, that made it so much harder. And I want you to make sure you pause at the top for a second or two. Pause, then lower. Is your core still tight? Just because we're laying on the floor doesn't mean that gets to relax yet. Let's do one more on this side. Good, let's reverse. Switch to your other side. Very gently. Now my face is going to be right in the fan. All the way down, rest that head in your hand. Foot is flexed on top. Try to keep a straight line from the head all the way down to your heel, so don't be rounding forward, okay? Resting on the side of that body. Weight on your thigh if you want. Lift up and down. Lift up and down. So that lower leg that's on the floor is kind of working as a kickstand to keep our balance a little better. Make sure that your ab muscles are tight though. Those will help as well. Keep going. Make sure to give that little pause at the top. A little pause. Good. Couple more. One more on this side. Good. Set that weight down. Take it all the way down onto your back. I'm going to rotate around so the fan's not on the top of my head. So we're going to all the way down to our backs. We're going to do a core move now. Hands underneath the tailbone, kind of in a diamond shape. We want to tuck the pelvis. That's the purpose of this. Sort of tuck the pelvis under. Press the lower back into the mat. Pick up those knees to tabletop position. So as close as you can get to 90 degrees at the hips and the knees. It doesn't have to be perfect. And one at a time, we're lowering the heel down and back up. Heel down and back up. Keep that leg bent in that 90-degree angle-ish. So none of this. This won't do anything. We want to keep that leg moving as one unit. Abdominal muscles tight. Low back pressed into the mat. Let's do one more on each side. Good. Lower those feet down. From here, grab your two handheld weights. That's why I had mine both at the sides. We're going to be doing a pec press, so chest press. Take those arms overhead above the chest, and we're lowering down to 90 degrees. Lower down and press up. Lower to 90 degrees and press up. Keep everything at the level of your chest. Good. Lower down and press up. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Our music got all the way to our relaxing part. We don't need that. Keep going. Lower and press. Lower and press. Good. Somehow I didn't have enough exciting music when we got to the slow, relaxing stuff. Press up. Let's do one more. Good. Lower those weights down carefully. Set them back down. Gently help yourself up. And we're starting over from the beginning. We're going to do those 4 exercises 2 more times, all right? Now that we know how to do them, we can get through them a little quicker. Get to our stretch at the end. Starting with our Russian twist, grab your handheld weight, engage the core, leaning back just slightly, rotate that torso. You really want to keep the core muscles tight here, protect the lower back. Rotate that torso. Your shoulders are moving with your weight, okay? Think like it's one unit moving. Your arms are connected in a static position to your torso. One more each way. Good. Set that weight down. Take it all the way down to your side. We're going back to our abductions. Lower leg bent. Head cradled gently in the hand. Weight on your thigh if you like. Let's lift. Lift up and down. Pause for a second there at the top of the movement. If you want it to be even more difficult, you can pause for even longer, okay? Good, lift up. You know, it's not too hot in my house and I just lay on the floor in front of a fan. It's pretty good. We don't have air conditioning, in case you're wondering. That's why. Living in front of the fans right now. Let's do one more after this. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. Flip on over whatever way you can. You could rotate if you want, but then my backside would be facing you. So, all right, bent lower leg, head in the hand, weight on your thigh if you like. Flex that foot. Let's lift up and down. Lift up. If you're using a weight, make sure it's resting on your thigh. You're not holding it in your hand. You want to get the weight into the thigh. So it actually makes it more difficult, adding some resistance. If you have resistance bands, those exercise stretchy bands, if you have a circle time, you could do this movement with one of those bands around your upper leg. Create resistance that way. Let's do one more. Good, set the weight down. From here, help yourself all the way down to the mat. Hands underneath the tailbone. Knees up 90 degrees-ish. Lower one heel down at a time. Let's go. Tap down and up. Tap down and up. Oh, we got to our relaxing music again. I think my music's on shuffle. That must be the problem. We're gonna power through this move. Keep going. Relax that neck. Keep going. Don't fall asleep from the music. Last one. Good. Stay where you are. I'm gonna give us some more exciting music again. I gotta turn shuffle off though. There we go. Now we're good. Grab your handheld weights. All right, back stays pressed into the mat here. Arms over the chest. Let's lower down to 90 degrees. Down and up. Working those pec muscles, the chest. Good. Down and press. So we were doing our row earlier. We were working our back. So now we're working the opposite muscles, the chest. Back of the body and front of the body. Let's do one more. Good. Set those weights down. Help yourself up. We're going to do everything one more time. Are you ready? And then we get to stretch. All right. Grab one weight. We're doing our Russian twist. I'll show you from the side this time. Hold now weight. Engage the core. Lean back slightly. Let's rotate. Right and left. Lots of control in this movement. If you need to go to slower pace, that's totally fine. If you need to drop your weight, totally fine as well. Take it at your own pace. One more each way. Good. Set that weight down. Help yourself down to your side. Bend that bottom leg. Head in the hand. Weight on your leg if you want. Flex your foot. Let's lift and down. Lift and down. Nice and easy. Sometimes it's nice to just move one body part, isn't it? Just move your leg. That's all. Good. Keep going. Get that pause in there at the top of the move. We're working the outside glute, outside thigh. One more on this side. Good. Put that weight down. Let's switch to our other side. How are we feeling? Gonna make it? All right. All the way down onto your mat. Lower leg is bent. Flex that top leg. Weight on the leg if you want. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Try to keep the outside of the foot going up towards the ceiling. So don't let those toes turn down or turn up too far. And a straight line from the head all the way down to the heel. Few more, hang in there. Let's do one more. Good, set that weight down. We've got 2 more exercises. Help yourself all the way down onto your back. Hands under the tailbone. Tilt that pelvis up. Back pressed into the mat. Knees up 90 degrees at the hips and the knees. Let's tap the heel down. Down and up. Keep that bend in the knee. Good. Really, really think about engaging the abdominal muscles. Your lower abdominal muscles are working here. Again, really push yourself, challenge yourself. Let's do it. One more each side. Oh, good. Set those feet down. Grab your handheld weights. Can't find mine. From here, keep that back pressed into the mat. Arms over the chest. And we lower down to 90 degrees and press back up. Lower to 90 degrees and press back up. Keep going. I'm going to show you from a slight angle so you can see the lower a little bit better. There you go. Down and press. This is our last movement. Give it all you got. Push. Keep going. Push. 3, 2, and 1. Lower those arms down. Set your weights down. Help yourself up. Stay right there on your mat. I'm going to now give us the relaxing music, okay? There we go. All right, we're gonna do our stretches here on the exercise mat since we're already here. Starting with our arms, clasp the hands behind the back. We're gonna open up the chest that we just worked. I'll show you from the side. Clasp the hands and just open up the chest. You can have a slight bend in those knees if that helps you out. Just gently opening the chest. Kind of helps to stretch out some of the neck muscles, the traps. How do you feel? We made it. I didn't think we would. I was a little worried since it's so warm. All right, go ahead and release that. Take one arm across the body. We're now stretching out our deltoids, our shoulder muscles. Those we're working as well with our rows, with our chest presses. Stretching out all the way through the upper back, into the shoulder, down into the arm. Take some deep breaths. Are you sitting in front of a fan now? Get some water if you need it as well. Let's switch to the other side. Just a gentle stretch through that arm. Breathe deeply. Our muscles need the oxygen. Good. Keep holding it there. All right, go ahead and release that one. We're doing our triceps now. Take one arm overhead, elbow up to the ceiling. Gently pull on it with your opposite hand. Just a very gentle bit of pressure there. I'll show you from the back side. Okay, gently pulling just to stretch out the backs of our arms into our shoulders. Kind of have to rotate kind of carefully. There we go. All right, let's switch, move to that other elbow. You should feel this all along the back of your arm, into that shoulder. Is this your favorite part of our workouts? The stretching at the end? It makes the workout feel better, right? We get to stretch out everything. We worked hard. Go ahead and release that arm down. We're now going to move on to our legs. So as best as you can, feet out straight in front of you. Keep those knees straight as best as you can. We want to stretch out the back side of our legs, okay? So reach forward if you can reach your shins or your toes or even further. Wherever is comfortable for you. If you need your hands on the mat, that's fine. Try not to put your hands on your knees. Anywhere else would be fine. Stretching through our lower back now, all the way through our glutes, our hamstrings, I bet you can feel those, and your calves. Take some deep breaths here. Exhale and stretch a little deeper. Oh my goodness, my legs are so tight today. How are you doing? Are we all suffering together? Yes. Oh, so tight. All right, go ahead and sit back on up. We're gonna take now one leg at a time. If you are able, go ahead and bend one leg. If not, you could leave it out in front, that's okay. Bend one leg, we're gonna get a little stretch of our inside thigh and reach out into that straight leg. Stretch that calf a little bit deeper by flexing your foot. You'll feel that into your calf much more deeply. Breathe into this movement. Stretching out our backs as well. Don't worry, there's another relaxing song. There it is. All right, go ahead and sit back up. Let's switch to our other side. One side is probably going to be more flexible for you than the other, just the way that it goes. Lean down gently into that leg. You should feel a stretch through part of the inside thigh on your bent knee, and then especially into the whole back side of that straight leg. Flex the foot, stretching out that calf. Kind of takes your breath away, doesn't it? Stretching out that calf. Oh my. I can see that I need to stretch more. Oh, feels good though. Stretching everything out. A little stretch in that glute as well on the bent leg. Go ahead and sit back on up. Feet out in front. We're going to stretch our neck, our traps now. Take one arm out to the side, stretching the head. Very gently walk those fingers away a little bit further. And you should start feeling the stretch even more so in your arm and in your neck. Very gently with this move though. Are your abdominals still pulled in? Pull that belly button back to the spine. Go ahead and release that one. Let's do the other side. Gently tilt the head. Arm out to the side. Walking those fingers away just a tiny bit more to deepen the stretch. You should feel it in your arm and in your shoulder, the top of your shoulder, and in your neck. Good. Go ahead and lower that down. One big final stretch. Clasp your hands. Big reach overhead. Hold that stretch. Ooh, did you hear my elbow pop? Stretch out those arms, those ribs. Take a deep breath. And release it out. Let those arms float down. Oh, pat yourself on the back. We made it. For those of you joining me live, that was probably the best choice because it's cooler in the morning. Oh, let me scoot a little closer. Thank you to everyone who joined live. Thank you to everyone who's watching the recorded version later on today or any other day. I hope that you found this exercise class challenging, maybe a little bit fun. Let me know if you have any feedback, any questions, any comments in the comment section of this video. You can also message us on Facebook here. You can also email me, mdavidson@cmhshealth.org. I love to hear all the feedback. I'd love to know what you want for next class or any other future classes. Until next time, next week, Thursday, 9 a.m., stay cool. Sit by your fans the rest of the day, and I'll see you next week.